So if something works, behaviorally, gonna keep doing it. Gonna keep doing it. And this is why, and this is the crux of treatment, is how do you interrupt this? Okay, so how do you unlearn? Pretty simple. One, you gotta have that condition stimulus around. I have to be in contact with a horse, you know. Ideally, it's a real one, but maybe that's just too darn scary, and you know, something, and things can be, you know. No, all right, how about a picture of a horse? How about a horse, something that conjures up horse, that gets me a little scared, okay? I need to have that there. And two things need to happen. One, I can't run. I don't get to say, we don't talk about it, we don't think about it. Happy place, happy place. If I get up in the saddle and I'm totally checked out from the experience, it's not going to help. Because I need to feel this. This has to be a part of treatment. No pain, no gain. Or it's like sort of like if you go to the gym and you don't really get a sweat going, you haven't really gotten some gains. If you don't feel activated in your therapy, you got some more work to do. I'll just put it that way. And whatever it is that you're working on, this feeling is where it's at. And if you don't have this activation as a part of your treatment, you're not going to get better. Because all you're doing is you're figuring out some other way to run in your mind, or some kind of safety thing that you've built up. Because all the safety things do is tell you, horse is still scary. So if I do this enough, I'm exposed to the horse. I do not run, and because you guys care about me, you're going to bring me up there, and I say, no, I can't do it. You're going to put your arm on my shoulder, and you come on, you can do it. And very importantly, I don't fall off and get hurt or get kicked or something like that. This happens, and you know, of course, I'm going to feel afraid because my brain's telling me this is a scary thing. These two things don't happen. Eventually, I'm here. And not only that, then I get to ride. Okay. Simple, but not easy. One reason I don't work a lot with children is one reason is I have two kids at home, and they take, well, you know, I don't want to look at them as patients, I want to look at them as my kids. Another reason is they're not real agreeable when it comes to doing things they don't want to do. Most of us know we're sick of being scared. That's why you come see somebody like myself. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of feeling worried all the time. I'm sick of this running my life. And I've tried everything, and I don't know how to. I've even sat on a horse, or whatever it is that you're scared of, because we're grown-ups, and that's why it's great. So by the time someone comes to me, you've already done half the work, which is help me get over this. I'm done with it. Kids are saying, help me run. Running's good. You know, it's simple. I feel better. So, I take my hat off to child psychologists that work with kids to get them to agree to do things like that scare them. Because kids are pretty tough to convince, in my experience. So, in any case, so this is the process. Questions about this? Here's the other thing that you should know. If this is done right, expose the right thing, and you don't run, you don't get hurt, you will get unafraid. Why? Because you're not genetically wired to be afraid of a horse. It's neutral. You learned that it's scary because you got hurt, or you heard that somebody got hurt, or you imagine all this pain happening. And when I asked Marie, or when I asked, you know, what would you recommend for me if you care about me and you're in that situation? One thing you didn't hear her say is, well, we give you a lot of information about how horses are really a safe way to get around and they're not that dangerous. Mm-hmm. Why do you think that's science would agree with it. Why do you think that doesn't help? If I'm sitting there on the ground, shaking.
It's complicated.
It's complicated, which takes rational thought to work through. Yeah. When we're scared, we're not in here. The executive, what the last part of our brain that developed, the executive function reason and make decisions and be rational. Now we're back here. So you can read me every statistic in the book. I don't care. I'm scared. So when I say this, people go, that's crazy. If this was all it took, why am I still anxious? Why am I still scared? Is anybody having that experience? I know this, John. Thanks. That's great. I know that. So I've tried it. Anybody? Oh, no. This is novel? This is new?
No.
No, it's not new.
No.
Okay.
I've fallen off, I've been kicked,
Okay.
and I've been stepped on. And the best thing for me to do is get back on the horse. It wasn't the horse's fault.
Got it.
It took me a while to learn why the horse did what it did.
Okay. And have you gotten back on?
Yeah.
And how do you feel about riding horses?
I don't have the control she does.
Oh, you guys are actual horse people. You
Yes.
guys, oh,
Well,
okay. No?
we love horses.
Okay.
Right when we can. We don't have horses ourselves, but
Got it, okay.
we but I think she was.
Yeah, she has a lot more control. She's more that way than I am. But I have a healthy respect for her.
Okay.
But
Great.
I won't stay off of them.
Great. Great.
If anybody can get me on.
If anybody could what?
Get me on. I'm so short. I have to have help.
You need this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's great. And to me, that's the definition of courage. Doing something that scares you. And oftentimes, the reason we don't have the success rate that Marie's described is because we think we're missing something. One, it very well might not be actually the horse that I'm scared of. It could be the sound a horse makes. It could be this, it could be a rooster crowing that I heard 2 seconds before I fell. That could be a problem. We're exposing the wrong thing. And that's pretty common. The other common one is that my client is running some way that I don't know about, because I know that if they stay on the horse long enough, which is usually, say, anywhere from 10 to 20 sessions of exposure to a feared stimulus, they're going to get over it. So if they're not, I'm missing something. Either exposing the wrong thing, or they're running in some way. They're feeling, they've got a blankie in some way that is making them feel safe. And because they're holding on to that blankie, they're not learning that this thing is not scary. They're learning that their blankie makes them safe. Okay? And blankies can be all kinds of ways, it takes all kinds of forms, and that's, a good therapist should look, okay, we should be seeing results, we're not, what's going on? Okay? Because people are really good at it. Kids are really good at staying away from things that scare them. We're really good at it. But therapy really just involves you gotta trudge with your horse long enough to feel this, and then you're riding. You're having fun again. This isn't dominating my life. I'm not figuring out a way to stay away from horses every day because it's so scary, and wondering why it is other people can do it and I can't, and all these things. So basically, that's what I do when I talk to clients and I interview them. I'm trying to understand what is your horse, or what it's usually horses, but they're usually tend to cluster around certain things. What's your horse? How do you run? What's your horse? How do you run? And people can actually physically run away, but these are the biggies. I'm not going to look at it, I'm not going to listen, la 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 la. I'm not going to talk about it.